Hello, this is Ms. DB, and I'm going to show you how to graph the functions for 8 through 11 on the domain and range worksheet so that you can check and see what the domain and range would be. So number 8 was already, the answers are there, but here's how to put it into Desmos. On your keyboard, there is a straight up and down line that works for the absolute value bars. On my keyboard, it's right above the enter key, and I have to hit shift and like the backspace, or yeah, like that. And then I type the X, and then I put the other one, and you can see that it graphs the absolute value of X, which is what this is, and it makes this V shape. So the reason the domain is all real numbers is because it can be any X value. This graph can be any X value. You can see if I zoom out, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll be any X value. The range, however, never goes below the X-axis. So that means the range, it can be 0. Right here, it's 0, 0. But it never will be negative for the Y values. So I write Y is greater than or equal to 0. Let's just turn that one off and look at Y equals 1 over X. So you just type it like that, and you can see the graph looks kind of unusual. So for the domain, you're looking for what are the possible X values. So I can see that there's lots of negatives, that's fine. And as I get closer and closer to X equals 0, it never actually touches that. And we're going to learn more about these kind of functions later this year, but it never actually touches it. It's called an asymptote. So for my domain, I would write all real numbers except X cannot equal 0. And there's other ways of writing that. You could do a dashed line through the, so not equal to. And then for the range, it would be the same thing, because the Y values, there's lots of negatives. I can have lots of negative Y values and lots of positive Y values, but it would never equal 0. So you'd really write the exact same thing for range. For Y equals X squared, for the squared button, you can do shift and then the 6 key to do an exponent, or you can pull up the Desmos keypad and do the X squared using this button here. And then I can see that X can be all real numbers again. Even though it looks like it doesn't get over here, it will if I go high enough. And then for the range, again, it's like the first one, like number 8, it'll never be negative. So the Y values will always be greater than or equal to 0. And then the last one is just going to be linear, and a linear function has all real numbers for the domain and all real numbers for the range. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.